Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nonskelelo Vanessa Pagati and this is Mess with Ness. And if you're new to my channel, I'm glad to have you here. And if you're a regular and you've been here before, it's glad to have you back. So on today's video, I want to be talking about the 10 lessons that I have learned in 2022 / in my age of 22. So as the video begins, I'm also going to be doing my makeup whilst we talk as well. I have my notebook here. Everything has been written in here so that I can at least have pointers and not just, just speak gibberish all the way. So I hope you guys enjoy and let's just begin, right? So I'm going to start off by doing my eyebrows first and then we'll continue talking, right?
Meaning I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you.
Okay, so now that the lashes are done, I think now we can begin. All right. So I'm gonna just start off with my number one, right? Should I start at number one? Okay, I'm gonna start off with number one because it makes sense starting from number one. So, before we start, let me just quickly prime my face up. Okay, I think that's enough. So normally when I do my makeup lately, I don't put on foundation. I don't put on foundation, but today I think I'm gonna put on foundation, and I use the Revlon Color Stay Full Cover Foundation. Here you go. This is what I use. Okay. So let me just put that in. Okay, and then whilst I'm putting that on, let's just go into number one. So my number one is my relationship with God. So one thing that I learned, especially last year, was that my relationship with God is very, very important, and that my relationship with God is based off of God and I. It's not based off of somebody else, my friends, my family, or where I go to church. It's based off of God and I. And that my relationship with God is not a one size fits all. So what works for my dad is not something that would work for me. What works for my friend is not something that would work for me. And listen, at first, I would go with whatever worked for everybody else, I think. But now, last year started to take a more intentional route when it came to building a relationship with God. I had to realize that I had to find out how I wanted my relationship with God to be like, and to also understand how God communicated with me, and also understanding to what level I wanted my relationship with God to be, And once I got there, I was happy to be there because I think I got to understanding what God wanted for me. And I think that's why the year started off so hectic for me, because I really didn't know what I was doing with my life or where I wanted it to go, and I just didn't have any answers. And it's okay to not have answers because God, we are in our 20s and I'm in my 20s and we don't always have the right answers, right? So yeah, what I would definitely say is my relationship with God is not a one size fits all. I had to find what works for me and God and take it from there. Yeah, and take it from there. And once I started to see that relationship with God working, then that's where you are able to start moving from a place of intention and at a better place with God than feeling lost all the time when it comes to spirituality. And now I feel like I'm going into 2023 with a more positive outlook with how my relationship with God is going to be, because it's more intentional and it's where I'm at a point where I can understand where God is coming from and where I want to be with God. So yeah. Yeah, so let me just finish up here. You know, sometimes when you see people doing this, like talking and doing makeup, you think, this is easy. I can do it as well, but yo, close. Wow. Not as easy as juggling, talking, and doing your makeup, eh? But I think I can give it a try. Let me just try
You've
it.
been gone for way too long.
Okay, and then we're going to go into number 2. Right, so number 2, prioritizing my mental health is very important. So like I said in the beginning, when 2022 began, I was in the pits of Pittsville. I wasn't in a good space, and that happened like for a couple of months. And I was so stressed out, mainly maybe because I was graduating and didn't really know where I am is a place where I want to be, and what am I going to be doing with my life. I think a lot of us do have those questions, and when they do come and you don't have the answers, they can be quite stressful. For me, I know if I don't have answers to specific questions, I do get stressed out. And like I realized that, you know what, you're not going to have answers to every single thing, first of all. And secondly, you have to prioritize your mental health. Like one big thing that I learned the most is prioritizing my mental health. That was the most important thing. I had to learn how to prioritize my mental health, and prioritizing my mental health meant facing some of the things that I wasn't really happy with my life right then, and also facing my fears, right? Listen, fear is not that much of a bad thing than we make it out to be. It's just how we deal with the fear. And I feel like normally when I let my fear take over, I stop doing anything that makes sense. Like literally, I stopped doing anything that ever made sense to me, and I go as far as to maybe not even go for my dreams, because I let that fear cripple me. And one thing I'm promising myself this year is to really try very hard to go for what I've always wanted, and to do it with or without the fear. Fear is a good motivator if you let it to be, and I am trying to use it as a good motivator for me. And listen, when I started to say, let me take care of my mental health, part of it was trying meditation, it was trying yoga, it was working out every morning at home, doing home workouts, like going on YouTube and finding like fitness videos that I could do every morning, because those things helped to stabilize my mental health. It made me feel like I could handle it, and it made me feel more positive and confident in my days every single day. And another thing that got me through is definitely listening to a lot of podcasts. My favorite podcast of the year basically was Tando, which was Honey I'm Home. It's funny that I actually started to listen to Honey I'm Home when she was about to close it up, but the most amazing thing was all her podcasts were so amazing, all her episodes were so amazing, and I started to listen to them, and there was this one that really made so much sense for me. I just don't remember. It was talking about feeling burnt out and everything, and I was just not having it. I was waking up every day before going to work with tears in my eyes, and I just wasn't in a happy space. Like I wasn't happy, I wasn't okay. And listening to that podcast literally made me want to like maybe try some different things to make me feel happier, and meditation, yoga, and all these things did do it for me for a specific amount of time. I was journaling, but at some point I got tired of journaling. It just burned me out. I was doing specific things because every single day I was so burnt out that every time I came back from work, all I wanted to do was sleep. Okay, all I wanted to do was sleep. Like, it was just clear I wasn't in a good space, and I just wasn't having any of that. So that was my mental health journey of 2022. Basically learning to prioritize my mental health, man, doing things that genuinely help me be able to be in a good space mentally, and Also, Nje, sometimes like your anxiety is lying to you because you want to stay away from people, you don't want to be around people because you are going through stuff. But I feel like when I was going through things, I needed to be around friends, family, and I needed people to talk to, because normally when I'm going through hard times and I have anxiety, I'm stressed out, I'm burning out, I normally feel like, hey, you know what, I can't talk to anyone. I'm alone in this, nobody will understand. But last year taught me that if you do everything on your own and you feel like your stresses and your worries are going to be a burden to other people, then it means you don't have the right people in your life. And listen, the people I have literally listen and help me out in this situation. So sometimes maybe you do have to just share what you're going through with other people, because maybe they can be able to lend a helping hand, you know. That's what I felt last year. Okay, let me just try and do this and finish it up. Child.
A whole other meaning, yeah.
Okay, and then let's go into number 3. You see, like I said in number 2, friendships helped me when it came to my mental health. Now, number 3 is friendships. I actually grew more in understanding my friendships and understanding how they work, and how each friend that I have is different and we won't all have like a similar relationship. But one thing I know I can always do is rely and trust on my friends every single time. You know, I know I can definitely do that. And, you know, it just taught me like, trust in your friends, like hold on to them, like they are your second family. And I think I heard Guru say this before, and she said that one thing about friendships is they are your second family. You can't choose your first family, but you can definitely choose your friends, and your friends become your family. And for me, my friends definitely are my family, my second family, and I love them to bits. And I'm glad that I have friends who are really understanding of who I am and supportive, and we motivate each other. And I think it's so important to have friends like that, people who are going to push you not only through the things they say but also through the things they do, you know, which is very, very much something I'm grateful for. Okay. And then the 4th one is showing up. You know, showing up, the importance of showing up for my friends, showing up for my family, and showing up for myself. You know, you never know how much joy you bring to someone just by showing up and supporting them and being there for them in their times of need, comfort, or just in general in their happiest moments. You know, you add to that joy because you're there and celebrating them. And it's so important to just show up, learning to show up for myself, and learning to show up for my friends, and learning to show up for my family. That was like an eye-opener to be like, okay, you need to show up more for people, because that joy that they have also sparks a joy in you as well. And it's also something that just, you know, stabilizes your mental health, or stabilize mine. So yeah. Okay, and let me just put in this concealer quickly, and then we'll continue.
Every night.
Okay, and then the 5th one is doing more of things that made me happy. So doing things that made me happy was going out on solo dates, meeting friends, making new friends, and actually planning dates to go out with my friends. That was the most, like, I know it sounds so basic. It's like, dude, of course, like, go out with your friends, you know, but those things, like, they make such a difference. Like, they make such a difference. Planning them out, planning things with your friends, like taking boxes on things that you guys always wanted to do and actually getting to actually do them. Now, that's a big W for me. Like, I can definitely say, like, planning cell phone dates, first of all, like calling my friends and saying, dude, like, can you catch up? Those are the best in the world. But also just being like, dude, like, can we plan a weekend out? Can we go out? Can we do this? It's it made so much fun for me, like planning these play dates, going out with myself even, you know, like I used to do it before, but I gave up on it last year when the year began. And then at some point I was like, why did I even stop in the beginning? And then I started to do it all over again, and it felt so right and it felt so good to do it again. Another thing that I can definitely say that I had stopped doing and then I started to do it again and I fell so much in love with it was reading. Reading is like my favorite thing to do on this earth, but I stopped because I just felt like I can't do any of this. And then I started to do it all over again. And when I started, I was like, okay, let me not read the normal books that I normally read, like self-motivation and all of that. Let me try and read something that's more like on the positives. Let me try and read something that's like more fun, more different than what I normally read. And I did, and it literally brought back the spark in reading. Like, it was such a great book. I think I read What Happened in Summer. Yes, What Happened in Summer, and it was such a great book. I loved it. Let me just find out the name of the book quickly. Yes, so the name of the book is called It Happened One Summer by okay. It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. Oh, this book, I loved it. It was amazing. Okay, it was amazing. And after that, I was able to just continue reading more books, you know, so yay. And to many more book reviews this year. We'll be making a lot more reviews on the channel as well. So you guys should be excited for that because I am. Okay. Okay, and then let's go into number 6. Number 6 is celebrating myself. So I'm not much of a person that celebrates myself, but getting to the age of 22 and, you know, graduating and starting work, no, maybe something that burnt me out a lot was how I just wasn't seeing the good that was also happening in my life, you know? And as soon as I started to pay attention to those things, like my cousin kept saying to me, you need to celebrate yourself, bruh. Like, you're doing so well and you are stressing about the next thing. How about you focus on the good thing that you're doing right now and celebrate that? The more you celebrate yourself, the more you're able to continue working hard because you see that you're at least meeting your goals and you're doing well. You know, there's no need to be so hard on yourself. Like, there wasn't any need. And so what I started to do was to do small like things to celebrate, you know, when I met a big or small milestone, basically. So like going out and celebrating my graduation with my friend, that was amazing. And also just celebrating my birthday, celebrating my family's birthdays, celebrating like just, you know, being intentional. Let me just say the word for 2022 was be more intentional with your relationships, with your work, be more intentional in your goals, be more intentional in how you go about life. Because if you just go around life and you're just going with the flow, like then what's the point? Like, what's the point? You're not really enjoying yourself. You're not even celebrating half of the things you're achieving. So really, what's up? You know, and man, when I started to do that, I loved it, you know, like totally love it. Celebrating ourselves is such an important thing and we should never look down on it. We should definitely do that because if you just keep moving on to the next goal, at some point your goals are going to feel worthless because you're not celebrating it. You're not seeing how far you've come and you just keep on like feeling like, oh, okay, I need to move on to the next thing. Guys, like life is too short to live it on trying to just reach the next milestone every single day, like reach the next goal every single day. Sometimes we just need to let loose. Kancane, not too much. Kancane. And if you need to do it too much, it's because you know that you've been working so hard for something and you need to like celebrate it to the fullest. Okay. So yeah, let me try and finish this quickly. Alright, and then let's move on and go back to the lessons. So another one that I got, and number 7 was being more kinder to myself. I don't think that one needs much of an explanation. Then, stop being so hard on myself. Like, I think I've mentioned it a number of times, but I think it's something that I just had to put there as well, just to say I needed to be kinder to myself, way more than I was in the beginning. Okay. Okay. And then to number 8, which was go out more, because I love that stuff. Okay, I totally enjoy going out, and 2022 proved that for me. And I did go out, just not as much as in my head I would have liked it to happen, but I did go out, and the number of times I was out, I was literally at my happiest. Like I say, being around people you literally have a good time with is a vibe. Being around your friends, whatsoever, is a vibe. Being around your family and being out there with your cousins, Jonga, it's everything in this world. Like, literally everything, And taking more pictures, more videos of myself being out there. Girl, your anxiety is lying to you. Like, your anxiety is lying to you. Like, my anxiety definitely lied to me. I needed to take more pictures, and in 2022 I definitely did just that. I took more pictures, took more videos. Like, every month I made it a habit to make sure that I had a picture or I had a video. Like, the month wouldn't end without me taking a picture or video. I needed to, whether I was out or I was just at home. Like, I needed to do that for myself, very important, very NB, very essential, Lando. Like, it's so important. If you don't do it, start doing it this year. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. Start doing it this year and see how that just boosts your confidence, just oozes positivity for you. That it just does so much. Okay, it just does so much.
That's all I wanna do. I hope that you are safe and that I will see you soon. If I can lay down.
Okay, I think whilst I'm blending here, I can actually go into lesson number 9, which is it's okay to not get things right the first or the second time or the third time, or no matter whatever number of times that you try it out. But what's very important is to not give up and continue trying. Because maybe the first time around you didn't know any better, you were just starting out. The second time around is you tried a different plan, but it also didn't work. Third time could be a charm. Fourth time could be way much better. But if it's something that you love, you better do. You have to do it again. And I think I'm speaking more to myself because of my YouTube channel. Listen, I've done this the first time and I was so excited about it. The second time, I had so much anxiety over it. I was stressed out every single day about it because I just thought, okay, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Like, how am I gonna get this? How am I gonna increase my views? How am I gonna get this number of subscribers? But I think the most important thing that I'm quickly getting into is understanding Nguti. What's mainly important is, am I happy with what I'm doing? Am I enjoying it? And am I enjoying learning doing that? And yes, I am. The fact that I keep coming back again shows me that I still want to do this thing. And if not, then it's fine. But for now, I'm going to keep on trying and I'm going to keep on working hard to make sure that I get my channel to where I want it to be. And this is a message to myself quite a lot, to say that it's okay. The first time didn't work. The second time it didn't either. But I'm going to try it again the third time and see how it goes. And I'm going to see, because I'm still learning and I'm still growing when it comes to YouTube, and I'm still trying to understand the whole grasp of things. But I think whilst I'm still learning, I also need to hold on to something called discipline and consistency. Those two things hand in hand are so important, and it's the only things that will get me far in life and help me to be able to just continue growing better and seeing where I'm really going with this. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was very big, hey? Very big for me, because I understand that me coming in and out is like, girl, what are you doing? But I'm gonna keep doing this until I find my feet. And when I do find my feet, child, it's only going to the top. Never this, but this, okay? Only to the top. And the last one, number 10, is just enjoy life. You know, like just enjoy life, because like life is too short to, I think we've learned since COVID started, we've realized how short life can be. And for me, it's too short to live life with regrets and live it with not doing half of the things you've always wanted to do because you're scared or because you don't have the finances to do it. You could literally make the finances happen, or, you know, like save up for that specific thing that you've always wanted to do. Because if I pass on tomorrow, am I happy with how I lived my life? I wouldn't know. Did I tell my loved ones how much I love them? Did I show them how much I love them? I don't know. So it's something that like I'm trying to practice it so much more lately, to love more, to be more kinder, to be more conscious, more aware of everything that I do and how I show up in life, for not only myself but for just being here on earth. Basically, how I show up, very important, and just to show up in a way that makes me happy as well, you know. So yeah, those are the 10 things basically that I got from like 2022 and in my age of 22, you know. If you guys have things that you guys would also like to share, like lessons that you guys want to share as well with me, or just want to share in general, please just comment down below. Like comment down below on like what were your biggest takes in 2022, or in your specific age. Like what were what was your biggest take in that specific age or in 2022? Share it down below. And if there's anything that you relate to as well, please share it with me. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. I'd love to hear what you also gained in 2022. Let me just try and blend this all out, and then I can close the video. Okay. Okay, so now this is the finished look. I like it. Yeah, this is the finished look. Tell me what you think. But yeah, that's just about it. It's like no makeup look, but with makeup. Yeah, so that's the look that I'm having for today. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed talking about like the lessons that I got in 2022, and I hope that you guys will be commenting down below and telling me about your lessons that you got in 2022, or a specific age in general, or what stood out for you, what was the most important that you feel that really you just like understood mostly. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and to share, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.